YouTube, I'm back and I have a snow day, so I have all day to film. So I wanted to do a video for you guys, and I kind of forgot that I wanted to do a story time. So I would have filmed it over vacation, but I just didn't get to it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Before we start the video, please excuse any noise. I live in a dorm. My room is right next to the bathroom, per my request because of my colitis. And you can hear all the showers going, you can hear the toilets going, you can hear the door slam, you can also hear the door down to the stairwell slam. So please excuse that. I'm going to try and add some sound to the background to maybe block anything out, but that's all I can do. That's my best. This story time is about the time that I was almost killed in Washington, D.C. So my mom and I were going to Washington and we're on a little tiny trip with ourselves just for my cousin's wedding, and we were obviously doing the touristy things because I'd never been to DC, so she wanted to show me around and show me all the sights and whatnot. So we decided to do one of those trolley tours, and I think we wanted to go to the Holocaust Museum, and that was one of the very last stops. There's a bunch of the buses that all kind of rotate and go to each stop, but whatever one you get on, wherever you are, you just have to wait to get to the next one. But when you're done at that place, you don't have to wait more than like 10 minutes to get another bus back. So we were kind of stuck on the bus for a while, and that's when this kind of whole scene erupted. So the day before my mom and I decided to do this tour, we had gone to the White House. We hadn't been inside, but we had been in the front where there's like the garden of the White House, and then the gates where everyone takes the stereotypical picture in front of the White House. And anyone who's been to DC knows that they are very high security. There's snipers on the roof, there's snipers inside, there's security just everywhere. And on certain days when the White House has gotten a threat to either the president or the House or just land in general around the White House, they increase security. And the way it's laid out is, for you guys' perspective, there's a park and then there's a road between the White House and the park, and then there's the gate, or I wouldn't say gate, but like the fence of the White House, and then there's the garden of the White House. And when they increase security, they not only don't let you go all the way to like the fence, they push the guards, and actually I think there was policemen there too, all the way back to the park. So you have to like watch the White House from across the street. And we had asked the guy, like, why can't we go up there? People had been up there the day before. Why can't we just go up to the fence and take a picture? And he told us that it was because the threat had been made. And so the whole White House was on extra security. That was just an important part of the story. So the time that my mom and I had gone to DC was around the time that there had also been a lot of bomb threats where people would leave bags in certain areas and SWAT would have to come in and open the bag and make sure there was nothing dangerous inside. And this was actually a few years after the Boston bomb threat. On to the part where my mom and I were actually on the trolley tour. So we had gone to a few stops. We had gone to the place where you get your tickets. We had gone to, I think, an important either not monument, but kind of landmark, and then we had gotten to the Capitol building. And once we're at the Capitol building, they stop and they wait for probably about 10 minutes for people to get off, and if anyone else wants to get on, they can. And so we had stopped, and the guy in front of my mom and I, literally the direct front seat in front of us, had gotten up and had gotten off the bus, and no one was really paying attention. And I just kind of was like chilling, waiting for the bus to like pick up and go to the next stop, when I realized the guy in front of us had left his duffel bag on the bus and just walked right off. At this point was when I started personally freaking out because of all the previous bomb threats. So I kind of nudged my mom and I went, "Mom, the guy in front of us left his duffel bag." And she was like, talking away, just observing the Capitol building, and was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's something." And I literally like elbowed her finally and went, "Mom, there's a duffel bag in front of us. He left on the bus." And that was when the whole bus started freaking out. For anyone who's been on a trolley knows that trolleys don't have windows. You can look out them. They have the wood texture arch support. So my mom and I kind of were looking out the window like, where is this guy? We don't want to make a big deal about it. Maybe he just left his bag. Maybe he's smoking a cigarette, gonna come back on. And we literally look, and he was smoking a cigarette, but he wasn't close to us. He was like far away, and he wasn't just going into the Capitol building like all the rest of the tourists. he was just chilling outside looking like he was waiting for something to happen. So my mom kind of yelled up to the trolley driver and was like, excuse me, this guy kind of like left his bag. Kind of feeling unsafe at this point. And the trolley guy was like, what? And we were like, the bag. Like, there's a bag on a bus. There's a duffel bag that he left on this bus, and he's just walked off. And so that was when the whole bus started shouting to this guy, and everyone was yelling, your bag's like on the bus. Like, you need to come back. It's on here. And he literally looked at us, and he kind of like did this like, oh, like what? Like, I can't hear you thing, and then fast walked away from the bus. So this was when everyone was like, well, we're gonna get bombed, we're gonna get killed. I started going through my mind like, I am too young, I do not want to die. So finally the trolley driver got his butt up and got some confidence and decided that he was going to just pick the bag up. Like it was just nothing. So he walked his butt right back and he picked up the bag. And that was when literally people were screeching at the sky. It wasn't just like, oh, people were yelling at us. Like, we were making a scene because we were making a point that we all thought we were going to be killed in a second. So finally, the bus driver runs to the sky, literally chases him. And the guy was like, oh yeah, sorry, forgot my bag on the bus. And the bus trolley driver kind of just like walked back all creeped out. After that, we never saw the guy again. We never chose to call the police because it was done, it was over, we went about our day. But it was just kind of a very scary situation in an area that is such high security and at a time where there are so many threats that someone just purposely leaves a bag and pretty much freaks out a whole bus of people. So thank you all for watching. This is my first story time. I know it's a bit short, but I hope to do more in the future that maybe are more exciting and pertain to my viewers more and what they want to see.